technician or an estimator would use AutoSpot. And in today's feature, we are going to zero in on how an estimator could potentially use AutoSpot. And so, just as a reminder, we have our board broken up into 3 categories, and the stages are within each of those categories, and this is the number of cars in each of those categories. So, 1, this is just a good place to come and look and see where the work is sorted. But if I'm an estimator, the first thing I'm going to do is I am just going to filter the board by the stuff that is assigned to me. If I want to stay productive, I want to be able to focus. And so to focus, I'm only going to look at my work. So I'm going to start typing my name. It pops up here, and I'm going to apply this filter. We'll go from 16 cars in arrive to start to 8. So right there, I've eliminated 50% of the chaos from my production board, and I'm now able to just zero in on my stuff. So now that I've filtered the board, I also want to go over and check my activity feed. This will tell me any cars that have changed stages, as well as any cars that have fallen behind in that stage. So I can just look here and see that this car is behind schedule and vehicle arrive. But I'm going to go ahead and check over here. I can flow through and see who it is and where they moved the vehicle from and to. And so I can quickly go through here and get all up to date on today's moves. Just keep scrolling and I go, okay, I've just about made it through all of the moves today, and now I know what has happened and what has been going on. So I can now move out of my activity feed, and I'm going to look at what's scheduled in, right? What is coming in that I need to pay attention to? Today's February 15th. This vehicle is scheduled in today. So it's later in the afternoon. Maybe I need to place a phone call and see if it's still coming. Aside from that, I do have this car, like I mentioned, in vehicle arrive. Since this car is sorted to the front of the line, I know it has priority, and I'm going to go ahead and look in and see it's got a hold for approval. Supposedly there's going to need to be a supplement, and it's holding for parts. So I know, hey, what's going on here? What are we waiting for? This gives me an opportunity to go ahead and follow up and see, hey, can we still move this vehicle to pre-wash even though we're waiting for those things? And I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I do feel like I need to get it to the back and at least get it washed at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and update it. And now I have moved that yellow BMW to pre-wash. And it's sitting there and it's still at the front of the line because it has priority. So now after I've checked my scheduled in and vehicle arrive, I'm going to scroll down to, okay, I got one in disassembly. I got one in blueprint. This one has a hold for parts, so I might check and see how those parts are progressing. And then I can come down to stage for production. Stage for production is very important because after this is when we start our start to complete phases. And so I want to pick the best car to start production. So I know the car in the front of the line is the one that has priority. I click it open and I can see if there's any special items. I can see it needed a pre-scan, and since the blue border is around it, it's got a pre-scan. I can see it still needs a post-scan. It hasn't been completed because there is no blue border, but there are no holds listed here. No waiting for parts, no waiting for approval. So I say, okay, I'm going to check on the Black Sierra. This one is still waiting for an approval and waiting for parts. So out of these 2 ROs, this one has priority because it's in front of the line, and this one is not waiting for anything. So I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, this is the vehicle I want to go ahead and move to body because it is the most ready to start production. So now I've moved that car down into body, and it has dropped into the back of the line there because it does not have priority over the silver Aston Martin. Now, after that, I've gotten my cars into production. I've gotten everything moving. I can come down and see if I have anything that's delivery ready. I do. I have a white Chrysler Avenger that is delivery ready. And so again, I should probably follow up with the customer or see if they've been contacted yet and let them know that their vehicle is here. So one last thing I want to do before I end my interaction with AutoSpot for now, I'm going to go back up to my filters, and I'm going to emphasize here that the filters are your best friend. Again, filters are your best friend because they remove what you don't want to see. Um, so let's see. Aside from this, let's use our scheduled delivery board feature, and I'm going to pick a date. Let's see. And the date that you pick, it's going to remove anything that isn't delivered on that date. So April 1st, it's April Fool's Day. It's a good day to check. So any car that's assigned to me that is supposed to be delivered on April 1st, that is all that we are going to see. So we're going to go from 7 cars here and arrive to start to 3. So I have 3 cars here that I can see need to be delivered on April 1st. So now you've seen how you can take a filter and you can use it to see just what you want to see. And if you, for instance, go, okay, well, what all do we have to deliver? Not just my stuff, but I want to go ahead and see everything that needs to be delivered on April 1st. I clear out my name. I hit apply. I'm going from 3. I'm up to 4 now. Here looks like this car is not assigned to Michelle, but it is supposed to be delivered on April 1st. So that is why that one was added, and we call this our delivery board feature because, again, it just displays the cars that are supposed to be delivered on the date that you select. Now that I have checked my delivery board feature, I'll say thanks for checking out AutoSpot, how an estimator would use it. If you have any ideas or questions about how an estimator would use it, please contact us at info@autospotproduction.com. Thanks, and we hope you all have a great day.